Whoa. Hey.
It is Tuesday. This is Anything But Average. I got Nick Krem on me with me today.
Yes.
Y'all don't know about him, y'all. He's on here with me often, because he's got a lot of energy and we got a lot going on. And he's got a lot going on. And every week and every day, really, it seems like there's more cool things happening in his life. So, Nick, for those that maybe have never heard of you or know anything about you, give us a little bit of backstory. Where are you at in the world? What do you do for a living? And how long have you been doing it?
Yeah, so man, we're in Orlando, Florida. So we're now in Orlando, Florida. Moved here about a year and a half ago from Cleveland. And what we do is we help agents utilize video and video processes the simple way, right? We help people go online, create virtual podcasts, create virtual events. And really what we do, you know, a lot of times I was watching one of these, I was listening to this one video podcast, right? And the guy was saying what most companies do is they create this awesome shiny object and they go and try and force feed it to people. Like, no, you have it all backwards. You have to figure out what do people do for a living, and then how can you figure out a service or a product that fits their everyday life. And I feel like this is perfect for what field I'm in. A lot of times people try and sell agents shiny objects saying, if you drop everything you're doing and utilize this service, it's going to work. Well, agents have to pick up their phone. Agents have to go out there for listings. Agents have to get out in front of more people. So how do I create a video service that fits the everyday agent? And that's when I started Krem Global to help agents the simple way with social media and video.
Okay, you guys. So check this out. First of all, we're using this thing called StreamYard, which I didn't know anything about until Nick told me about it. So now we've been doing it since it was right before COVID, or it was Live with Leaders. It was right.
Yeah, Live with Leaders. Yeah.
So if you like all this overlay and all that, he is responsible for that. He's also responsible for one of my websites. So all of that stuff correlates to everything that he does. And I want you guys to check this out. So I heard this statistic the other day, and I'm sure you're gonna back it up, Nick. There was a statistic that came out, and I heard it last week, that 80% of all real estate transactions within the next 12 months will be done by a real estate agent that uses video.
Yes. No, you're 100% right. And that's what I've been saying. By the end of this year, if you're not on video, be ready to be bagging groceries in the next 2 to 3 years. Because that is going to happen.
Yes.
Look, we all know an agent who's not as skilled, not as seasoned, but is getting more business now because they're on video.
Yep. And what is it with that? It's like when you look at the world of real estate, like I don't know how it happened so fast but it is. It's happening. Yeah. Those people are going to be irrelevant.
COVID happened. So all that, everyone went virtual. We were forced to go virtual. And I'll tell you what, when business makes advancements, it never goes back. It never goes back because business was like, there's a better way to do this. And it's virtual and it's video.
You know what I think too, like when COVID hit and then we were like forced to be by ourselves and be locked up away from everybody. Then when restrictions finally got loose and people could be around each other again, you see live events are like blowing up. People want that synergy, but they're also at the same time, they're like, but I also like being able to reach many people via Zooms and StreamYard, right?
Absolutely. It's the best of both worlds. I want to be able to watch from home, but if I want to go in person, I want to be able to go do that too.
You know what I think is one of the super coolest things, I'm just thinking about it while we're talking about it, is because of COVID, silver linings, because of COVID, like we can go anywhere in the world that we want and work from there and set up, make arrangements, work a whole different methodology, which I think is super cool. It opens your doors, it opens your horizons to a more abundant life, wouldn't you say?
No, you're absolutely right. And, you know, I think video is a multiplier. Video won't be the sole reason you just go out there and get business. But if you're getting business, you will get twice as much business, 10 times as much business because you're on video, because you're broadcasting it, because you're in front of more people. I always say the most valuable real estate is the real estate in somebody's mind. Once they think of you as the best real estate agent, you're going to get more business.
Big time. And why would you not?
Yeah.
So here's another thing that I know is that like with you and all that you're doing, I tell people this all the time, like you got to pay attention to who you're paying attention to because everyone's going to tell you they're a life coach or they're a real estate coach or they're all that crap. It's like pay attention to the people that you're paying attention to. Like Nick, he's involved with not every yet, but most top producers across the nation. How many are you working with now, Nick?
The numbers in the thousands. I can't really tell you, like, as far as like how many people like in our different services, our different products, we're working with thousands of agents all across the nation and all across the world. We're now in all 50 states and 13 countries. So we continue to grow and expand because we make things simple. Right.
And it's not your average agent that sells 2 or 4 homes
Correct.
a year. It's
Right.
it's hundreds, it's thousands, it's tens of thousands of homes. It's people making a difference and making it happen because like the circle that we run in, Nick and I run in the same circle. It's like
Yeah.
we see what other people are doing and it inspires us to do more and be more. Wouldn't you say that, Nick?
Correct. And then we continue to look at each other and just duplicate what works. Because when you're seeing what the best agent in California, the best agent in Arizona, and what those guys are doing, it's like, oh, let's just duplicate and copy that. You
Right.
know,
Like,
sometimes it's not creating because there's no such thing as an original idea. Somebody's already done it, whether they did it great or not so great. Somebody already probably had that idea. It's just how can I take what somebody's done and do it even better?
you know what I think is one of the biggest unfortunate things is that people do pay attention to the wrong people, these
Mm,
life coaches and people
yeah.
that claim that they're real estate agents and successful people. It's like, but really, what have you really done? Like for me, I don't have respect for people that are out there trying to take me to the next level if they're not there or never been
Right.
there. Like, I'm not copying you. What are you doing? And I
Yeah.
think with you're like crystal clear on your message. You're crystal
Yeah.
clear on what you want and on your vision. And the more, and you guys, I've known Nick for years, and the more like
Years now.
I know,
Yeah.
the more he evolves, and him and his brother, and decide like what they want. They're building a life on purpose. That I know for sure.
Yeah.
And it's like the more they get crystal clear on what they want their life to look like, he's like solid on I'm not doing this, I'm not following this person, I'm not going here.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me a little bit about that. What gives you such strong self-discipline? Because I totally admire that.
No, I really appreciate that. And I think it just comes down to, I at one point in my life, I wasn't living life on purpose. I was living life by accident. And I was, whether it's on purpose or not, it always is technically on purpose because, I was very purposeful in doing absolutely nothing
Yep.
and not going anywhere and not really having a focus or a dream. And, when I really made that switch and took accountability for me, being 100% accountable, zero excuses. When I took accountability for my life, I think it's the scariest thing when you're saying, dang, I was accountable for everything in the past. But the true power is once you realize, wait, I was accountable for everything in the past, that means I'm accountable for everything in the future then too. So once I realized that, I just decided then and there, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stay fully accountable. If I want something in life, I'm just going to go get it. I'm not going to ask anybody else for it. I'm going to go get it. I'm going to ask for help along the way because I think asking for help is a true sign of strength over weakness. I think that's one thing that most people don't do is they don't ask for help in the right times.
Yep.
You got to be willing to ask for help in areas that you're not an expert in. And for me, the self-discipline just comes from, hey, I know at the end of the day, if I want to get there, it's all on me to get there. And if I didn't, then I'm just going to either try harder or I just have to look in the mirror and say, did I actually give 100% accountability towards this?
When I'm thinking as you're saying that, I'm remembering back like when you first started doing social media stuff, and he was in Cleveland, y'all, and it was freezing, and he was not living his best life ever. If you fast track, like, did you have any idea in your wildest dreams that you'd be where you are this fast, y'all? It's super fast.
Not this fast. Not this fast. I knew I would be here eventually. Yeah. I knew I would get here, but this fast, absolutely not. In less than 4 years now, now we just got our 7-bed, 5-bed house. We're turning into Krem's content house. And we just got one of our studios put up here as well. So, we have a lot of things that are going on. We're just talking about a mastermind that we're putting on with the top people, the people that I had to basically sneak into the mastermind before. Now we're putting out a mastermind and inviting all these people back. So, not this fast. Definitely not.
I love it. I think because you've got a proven repeatable system, you've got a track record of taking people where you said you would, you do exactly what you say you're going to do. You're always available. I can text him like I did today and be like, hey, can you be on a call in an hour? And he's like, yep.
Let's do it.
He always is available, you guys, because that's how you do it. It's like these people that live in that 9-to-5 world is like, you know what? Those are restrictions on where you're going to go big time. You're going to miss opportunities. You're going to miss open doors. We work all the time, not because we have to, because we want to, because we love it. And we're building huge things. Yes. Absolutely. Huge things. Like we want to change the world. I believe that the real estate industry is being disrupted as we speak. And I believe the next 2-3 years, it's going to be even more disrupted. I think it's a good thing. I think it's going to get rid of that low hanging fruit, the people that really aren't doing a good service for their buyers and sellers, the people that aren't trying to help, like brokers that aren't trying to help other agents grow and live in abundance. I'm glad that they're going to be out of the industry. It needs to happen. It's been like evolving for too long. And so when I look at like what we're building and all the people that we're collaborating with together, it fires me up.
It fires me up. It really does fire me up. And I got to say, your blue dress is like literally on point with the blue branding here. That's what I just realized. I'm like, man, everything is so aesthetically pleasing right now. And I just realized that blue pops just for this. I was like, man, that is on point today, Trisha. That's perfect.
I love it.
Yeah.
Life on purpose, right? That's what we're talking
Life
about.
on purpose. Live life on purpose. Do video on purpose.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys. So, I want y'all to pay attention to one of the things that we're bringing to your awareness is an event. So, we're doing Takeover Texas events. Nick is on board with all of those. This isn't just like a sporadic thing we're going to do. This is thought out. This is methodical. It's planned. It launched in January. So, our next one is next week. It's in Dallas.
It is
April 8th, you guys.
Woo.
In Dallas. Nick, tell them a little bit give them like some snippets about what you're going to be talking about.
Yeah. So, I think what we're going to be talking about is just different ways for you guys to take over your timeline, take over Texas. We go, take over your timeline, right? How do you stay top of mind for all the people that are in your area? And it's not the one video that's going to put you above all else. Because I think a lot of times people get into that magic pill that's just gonna be like, all right, what's that one video that I need to shoot? It's a continual process that you need to do. And if you can follow a process to shoot your videos, then it becomes 10 times easier. Imagine if you could take away all the time, energy, and effort that went into figuring out what to do for the video and just have a game plan that you can follow each and every week. That's what we're going to give you guys, the game plan to follow every week to take over timelines, become the most well-known real estate agent in the area, and to own the most valuable piece of real estate, the real estate in people's minds. And the only way to get that formula is by coming there April 8th to take over Texas and going to that link below. What is that? BetterTogetherLive.com.
Correct. That's where you can get your tickets.
Yes.
Nick's flying in from Orlando. We're going to have Coach Burt there as well. Y'all are going to get fed. We're going to have a happy hour afterwards. We can hang out and network. You're going to learn stuff. Here's what I know. They tell you that 98% of the people that go to events don't do anything. They listen to everything. They take all these notes and then they walk away and do absolutely nothing. Only 2% act. 2%. Yeah. I think that needs to be a bigger number. I think that's disgraceful.
Well, I think it's also who is going to be that 2%? Who's going to come here and be that 2%? Who wants to take over and then join the 2% and then get to that next level? Right. Sometimes I don't know if I could change the odds, but I can see if you guys will be that 2%. I want to challenge people here. Are you that 2% that's going to take action to not only come to the event, but take more action after it as well?
Yep. And the event's recorded. So everybody that comes to the event gets the recording. So you'll have access to that forever and to our previous event. So you're always going to have that content, because it's one thing to go to the event and then take notes and then actually implement things. But then actually to then watch the recording, you pick up things that you missed the first time. You're like, oh crap, I didn't even hear him say that.
Every time I listen to Coach Burt, I pick up something new. Every time I listen to Coach Burt.
Yeah. And so Coach Burt, you guys, if y'all haven't paid attention to him, that's Coach Michael Burt. He does a lot of different concepts. The last time we had him talk, he did fanatical follow-up. This time he's going to talk about flipping the switch, which is the switch in your brain, because all of our brains can get into that complacent, like comfortable mode where I don't feel like making calls today. I don't feel like doing video today. I don't feel like working today. I'm making enough money. You got to flip that switch, because your life can change in an instant. And if you're not prepared for it, or if you're not mentally prepared for it, heaven help you, you know? And so I think it's going to be super cool. Nick's going to fire you guys up, teaching you all kinds of ways to take your business to the next level, using social media, using video, and his energy, of course. And with Coach Burt telling you how to flip that switch in your brain. Super cool. And guess what, you guys? $47. That's all the tickets are.
$47. Go get your ticket right now. If you guys want to be that 2%, the one that's going to make the difference in real estate, it's not every agent. It's that 2%, like you said, that's going to take action. That's going to get there. If you think you're at that elite level, you need to be at this event. So I'll tell you what, if you won't be at that elite level if you don't come to this event.
Nope. BetterTogetherLive.com. Go there, buy your tickets for our Dallas event. We'll be there from 11 to 3 and then happy hour afterwards. Any final words, Nick? Hold on. I know what. For one, so they can find out more about you before the event. Where can they go to find out more about Nick Krem?
NickKrem.com. Super simple. Just NickKrem.com. I got free coaching, free training materials on there. Just go ahead and go there. And I'll tell you what, big revelations happen at big events. You want to make a change in your business, you got to put yourself in a new environment with new people. And this is exactly where you can do it. Take over Texas, April 8th.
Love it. You guys have an awesome day. We'll see you on the 8th.
See you there, Trisha.
Bye, y'all.